This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, "I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up." And, guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews, and it's Lopez in at the 5. And for Houston, the forwards are Gordon and Tucker. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. So the Rockets win the tip. Now, here's Westbrook. Fires the 3. That shot, no good. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Bucks. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, the sample size wasn't that big. I mean, 2 games, not a lot to go on. But they are 2 teams at the top of the pile in each of their conferences. And because of that, I expect it to be competitive.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Middleton with it. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. Shot clock at 5. Trying to get open is Lopez. Matthews, no good. Westbrook against Matthews. And Middleton with the block.
Or the defensive hustle there by Middleton. Stretching out and getting his hand on that shot. Excellent effort.
But they recover it. Capella kicks to Westbrook. Throws up again. A reverse. And Capella with the layup.
Hey, you got to put a body on Capella. I mean, he's a tenacious offensive rebounder and does a nice job using his body.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
A shot by Middleton. Wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. The Rockets have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And the dunk by Capella.
He's a high percentage scorer for a reason now. Capella, an alley-oop specialist.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
And, well, whatever your feelings may be on the Rockets, you can't deny their offense works.
Yeah, it does work, really. I mean, I agree with you. 2nd in offensive rating last year, 4th in effective field goal percentage. This team knows how to produce points and be efficient in doing so, and they stay with their approach. They don't let teams take them off their game plan.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Bledsoe. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
From the line, Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Right side, Westbrook. Over Bledsoe. A second chance effort. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, exceptional at using his hands and length on the glass. Capella able to gobble up those rebounds.
Houston shooting their first free throw tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. That's good from Capella.
And, you know, you look at the way Clint Capella's offensive role has expanded the last few years. He's great in the pick and roll as an option at the top of the key, and he's actually seeing more and more touches as a finisher at the rim. The next step in his development being a back-to-the-basket scorer.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And with Capella, Clark, the numbers don't lie. He is a big factor on offense now.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I mean, his hands have gotten better. That's not something you can always see in a big guy, is improvement in his hands, but he's gotten better in catching and finishing. I love the way he moves and is always ready for the pass. He catches some tough stuff in traffic, and he gives you all of this at the offensive end with high-level defense, too.
Bucks trail by 11. Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. They need this. And again, the Bucks miss. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. He gets it in there.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Giannis outside. From 11 feet away. Count that bucket.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
Now here's Westbrook. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Heat in Miami.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Middleton, the offensive rebound. That one doesn't go.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Floats it up for Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Westbrook drives in, unloads from 13. And it's Westbrook again missing.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
Antetokounmpo finds Bledsoe. Back to Giannis. The fader. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists in the game. Now Harden. Over to the left wing. Here's Capella. Lopez with the block.
Great timing on Lopez's part there to swat down that attempt.
Antetokounmpo. It's rebounded by Houston. Here we go, one-on-one. And Harden with the stuff.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Bledsoe looking around. Pass to Antetokounmpo. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
17 seconds left to play in the first. Here is Harden. Last time out he had 44 points. Pass to Westbrook. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easy.
Wow.
He got it in.
How about that? Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to get.
And so it's the Houston Rockets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. Russell Westbrook is surely disposition on the...
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Antetokounmpo is out there with Kyle Korver. Then there's Hill. Then it's Ilyasova. And it's Connaughton in at the two-guard spot. Rivers dishes to Gordon. Fires for three. Offensive rebound.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Hill kicks to Antetokounmpo. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Harden. Outside Korver. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Antetokounmpo. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Well, you know, no doubt now the Bucks are an elite team in the East. Not only the best record in the league, but getting all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals as well. This team has a bright future and will be a force in the years ahead.
Rivers against Hill. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over House. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Antetokounmpo.
You know, with his athletic ability, Antetokounmpo could almost get away with not having a jump shot, but he's got one anyway.
And the Bucks got a lot of big wins, Clark, throughout the season.
They sure did. The Bucks were outstanding all year long. Had a very tough series against the Raptors in the East Final and ended up getting bounced out. But I tell you what, this Milwaukee Bucks team, they're going to be in the hunt for championships several years going forward. Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And that one's good. House has got 4 points in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less. Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Clark, a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
And there's the pass to Hill. Sinks the triple.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Here's Harden, and he converts the layup. Harden's got 12 points in the game.
And I like that they're not settling, getting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Korver attacking, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
And let's take a look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's numbers. Great showing for him last season. 3rd in scoring, 6th in rebounding. and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And you only average top 3 in points if you have a particular mindset that you are the guy. Korver finds Matthews. Here's Hill. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
And the rejection by Giannis. Korver against Gordon. Ilyasova passes to Hill. The shot will not fall.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Matthews against Harden. 55 seconds left now here in the second. Rivers with it. He's picked up by Hill. Rivers can't get it to go.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And for a combo guard, Hill has great speed getting to the rim. His dunking abilities almost off the charts.
Harden's shot is good.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
It's back to Hill. There's 25 seconds left here in the second. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Tell you what, outstanding effort that time from Hill. Fearless in getting the shot he wants, even against tough defense.
And here's Harden. 14 points for him. Over Giannis.
Yeah, I don't want to dismiss the defensive chops of Antetokounmpo. I mean, he is so good at handling himself on the defensive end, whether he's guarding his own guy or in position to help his teammates.
James Harden getting it done for Houston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Bucks trail by 5.
Well, you know, last season for the Rockets, not as strong as the season prior. 53 wins and 4th seed compared to 65 wins and the number 1 seed in 2018. Still face the same fate in the playoffs, though. Not able to overcome the Warriors.
Tucker and Capella are up front. Harden and Gordon are out on the wing. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Outside Matthews. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Clark for the Rockets, that was the 4th time in the last 5 years they've lost to the Warriors in the playoffs.
And it's easy to see why this team has become a bit obsessed with beating the Warriors. They've been unable to do it in 4 or 5 meetings. Team is still in a good spot to compete. I think they just need to tweak just a touch to maybe get over the hump.
Westbrook dishes to Capella. Inside. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Tucker. Westbrook's got 5 now.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Bledsoe against Westbrook. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. and we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Antetokounmpo.
That's one for their first 4 to start the second half.
No good there. Down low, and the dunk by Capella. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 17 rebounds.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, while Eric Bledsoe isn't a 20-point-per-game scorer like he was in Phoenix, you could argue that he's a more effective player since coming to Milwaukee. His efficiency is at a career-high level.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bledsoe against Westbrook. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Pass to Bledsoe. Middleton outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Connaughton. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. And for Bledsoe and the Bucks, he's been a great fit, Clark, as a third option on the team.
Yeah, I agree, guys, because it really comes down to recognizing the right spot and right role for you with your team. And Bledsoe himself recognizes that. He says he's the happiest he's ever been since coming to Milwaukee.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the key for Bledsoe, like it is for most players, is staying motivated and engaged. I mean, he's a big player for this team, an important player for this team.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. The ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
Basket good.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. For 3, Middleton. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And it's Westbrook missing. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. Trailing by 10. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
There's 1:54 left to play in the third. Goes back up, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Good on both.
You know, in just his first season with Milwaukee, a huge success for Coach Budenholzer. I mean, came in and led the team to the top seed in the East, gave the franchise a huge boost, and I think they found their leader for the next several years.
Lopez kicks to Hill. From downtown, it's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Clark for the Bucks. The players said Budenholzer instilled a sense of confidence in the team.
And you know what? Sometimes you have a coaching change, and that injection of a different type of approach and the change in culture can make a big difference. Coach Budenholzer has always shown the ability to get the most out of his roster and shows you what a difference a coach can make.
Pass to Middleton. A three ball. No good on the shot. And it's Houston the other way.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
It's House outside. Drills the three-pointer. House has got his third basket of the night right there.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
The pass to Middleton. And again, the Bucks miss.
He's been an absolute non-factor. Zero factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Now here's Westbrook. He has 7. Lets it go from the wing. The shot off that time.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
And so it's the Houston Rockets riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for the Bucks, we've got Matthews. Kyle Korver is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's George Hill, and it's Lopez in at center.
One triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Hill against Westbrook. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Beyond the arc. But they get it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Tucker the pass to Westbrook. For 3, Gordon sinks the three-pointer. And the Rockets lead by 21.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Lopez right side. Outside Matthews. From deep. The Rockets pull it in.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
James Harden, he's checked in for Rivers. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Bledsoe comes in for Hill. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Bledsoe with it. Pass to Matthews. Will it go? And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Houston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Outside Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. And it's Matthews with the jam.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Houston.
It's Harden with the drive. And here's Gordon from outside. Tucker. He gets that one.
And, you know, that's the hustle and nose for the ball that P.J. Tucker possesses. You've got to get a body on him.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. He dishes it to Giannis. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. House kicks to Westbrook. And the three off target.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Matthews finds Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
That's a 2 from Gordon. And Houston again with the bucket.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
The Bucks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Clark, the level of nuance in the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you've played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Harden, that's good.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Shot from the top of the key. Rebound by House.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
But you know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a two-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Clint Capella.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
First free throw is good. Well, Eric Gordon is the kind of player that you absolutely do not go under on a screen. He'll pull up from deep.
Yeah, he's got great range, and you watch the former Hoosier shoot, and you see how much he uses his legs. Gordon's liable to take a shot from any distance in the gym. I mean, he's got that kind of range, and his form is very efficient, and his confidence is sky high.
He doesn't get the second one. Well, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
McLemore dishes to Anderson. 4 on the shot clock. That's a 2 from Cephalosha, and there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul. .24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. DiVincenzo passes to Wilson. Pass to Korver for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Now Rivers. So we see Houston taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. James, congrats on the win. Great crowd tonight, but what made the difference down the stretch?
We just trying to play solid defense. Talk to each other, help each other out. That was amazing tonight. You know, it was unbelievable. Like I said, I'm happy for our guys. And, you know, we got a good victory at home.
Big win, James. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season.